Hey sweeties, how is everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing really great. I'm so excited to be with you this week. I hope that you are visiting every week and telling your friends. I have no agenda. I'm not selling anything. I just want to be an encourager. That's all I want. Is just to encourage you and hopefully help you to have a great week. Okay, today, what I want to talk to you about is really, it's something that, we all go through at times. We all go through loss of one form or another. But what I'd like to talk to you about today is the loss of a home. In 2008, we owned a small business that we had had for several years. And it was an electrical business, and it was fine. And we made a living through it. It was fine. And most people, especially you younger people, most people just think '08 was '08. But to a lot of small business owners, '08 was a really, really, really hard year. They say it's the closest thing that we've ever had to a depression, in our lifetime. But anyways, make a really long story short, what took a lifetime to build up was gone in about 3.5 months. And when we lost the business to the economy, it had our home and our vehicles attached to it. So we lost everything, and it just was all there, and then it was just all not there. And we had like a little mini mansion, a little bit, like a 4-bedroom home on the 7th green in a gated community that we had just worked our whole life for. And it didn't really seem like it was life and death important, but we were pretty proud of it and everything. And when it was just all gone so quickly, it was you almost don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like when you've lost your job, you've lost everything that you owned, even your vehicles. And at first I was a little bit mad at God. I felt like it could have went a different way. But what the Lord showed me, sweeties, that when something really bad does happen, if you cannot get mad at Him, and if you can find a way to yield yourself to Him and let Him help you through it, it'll come out so much better than you could have ever done on your own. We managed fairly quickly to get an apartment and an extremely used car. And to be honest, we were just thankful that for that. Because for just a few days it was like, oh, what do we do? And we were also thankful that one of our children had just left for college and at least was raised. But our daughter was only fixing to enter her junior year. And, we wanted to have stability of some form for her. And the apartment and everything did present that. And we were very thankful. Very thankful. So then time goes on, right? And there's a verse in Psalms, and it says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." And so many people think that means, oh, I'm just gonna love, love, love the Lord, and He's just gonna give me everything I want. But it's actually even better than that. What it is, sweeties, is if you can find a way to just delight yourself in Him, don't get mad at Him, let Him carry you through it. He gives you the desire of your heart by changing what your heart desires. I always thought I wanted that 5,000 square foot home on the 7th green in a gated community. But what he showed me was I wanted so much less in that way and so much more in another way. So what he did was something I would have never been willing to do. He freed me from everything. So listen what I did. When I realized we were actually going to lose everything, like it's actually going to happen, because I just kept thinking it won't happen. I invited 2 men, the maintenance men from the school where I teach, who were like my brothers. I invited them to bring their families and to come to my big little mini mansion and to bring big trucks and a lot of help. And I gave them everything I had. I didn't want to sell it, sweetie, for $50, $20. It was things that I had searched for months to find just the perfect thing for that little corner. I wanted it to mean something to someone. And I knew I was going to a very tiny little place, and I could not afford to store it. I got so excited the night before they were coming. I cooked them breakfast. I couldn't sleep. That's what the Lord will do, sweetie, when you give it to him. The desire that he gave me was to bless other people through my loss. And I didn't even see it as a loss anymore. I knew that I was going to have a little apartment to go to. Everything was going to be fine. So a few months later, a lady that worked in the after-school care at my school, she said, "Oh, Lisa, my church is selling a little trailer. They used to just use it for missionaries, but they're going to be selling it for $5,000. And I was like, "Can I see it? Could I see it?" I didn't care what it was, but I couldn't decorate the apartment. There was all these rules, and I just wanted to have my own home again. And I really didn't care if it was like anymore. I had to give that away. So we went and looked at it, and I'm not gonna lie, it was in really bad shape. Like sometimes you could look down and you'd be like, "Oh, look, there's the ground. I don't think you're supposed to be able to see the ground, are you? And I don't think that the ground by a commode, I don't think that's a good idea." But we bought it for $5,000. They let us pay it off in payments. And we completely worked on it for about 3 years, and we made it into the cutest little trailer you've ever seen in your life. And then one day I was looking through this thing called Craigslist. I was like, "What in the world is this nonsense? I don't even know what this is." And I saw where there was trailers on sale in Daytona Beach. Well, we had grown up going to Daytona Beach every summer. And I was like, "Oh my goodness, Daytona Beach has a bunch of trailer parks." And I've just learned now that I just love living in a trailer park. So we took a little mini vacation, drove down to Daytona Beach, and we found so many cute trailers for between $7,000 and $15,000. So we bought another trailer. And again, they let us make payments. So now we went from no home at all, not even nothing, to a precious little apartment. But then the Lord allowed us to own 2 homes. Two, I call them Taj Mahal trailers. I just love them. I loved them so much. I really did. So listen what happened. So everything goes along for a little while. And sweeties, that's usually the way it is. Even in scripture, you'll see where they kind of had several years of reprieve. But then in 2016, Hurricane Matthew came, and we lived in a trailer park here in Daytona Beach. There was 402 trailers in my park. 1 was destroyed in Hurricane Matthew. And it was mine. Took the roof off, demolished the inside, everything was destroyed. Well, we didn't have insurance. You don't usually insure a $9,000 trailer. So we had to make a decision. And we prayed a lot, and we felt like the Lord was saying, my place for you is Daytona Beach. And I need you to turn in your retirement to the school you've been at for the last 25 years. That was like my family. So we knew then we had to sell the little blue trailer in Chattanooga that we also loved, because that was the only way we could rebuild the little trailer, because thankfully it didn't get condemned, but it was going to need about $15,000 worth of work. So only 2 people came to see the little blue trailer in Chattanooga. And the second one was the most precious couple. And when they came in, I could feel something, you know? I had been praying that this little place would be the blessing to someone else that it had been to us. And it was this precious couple, and he was about to tell me something, and I was about to tell him. I was about to say, excuse me, sweetie, but everything is staying in this trailer, because we had another trailer in Florida that was also fully done. So I'm not even taking towels or a coffee pot or anything. The only thing I'm taking is my little yellow bedroom suit, because my mother gave it to me when I was 10. And right before I could say that, he said, you know, ma'am, we lost our home to a fire, and we lost everything. The only thing we were able to salvage was a bedroom suit. Is that amazing or what? I knew right then that our little home would get to be the same blessing to us now for them. And we were able to rebuild the Taj Mahal trailer in Daytona Beach. And now we've been here since 2016, full time, because, you know, the Lord moved us. Because when only one home is destroyed out of 402, it's pretty obvious. But once again, sweetie, I had to not get mad. And I had to try to figure out what he wanted me to learn through it and what he was doing through it. He was not only moving us permanently here because he had a real ministry for us here, but he was also blessing this other couple that had nothing but a bedroom suit. Sweeties, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. And sometimes he will completely change the desire that you have, but it will be so great. Now we are very happy in our little trailer. We're very thankful. We're very content. He'll do that for you, sweetie. If you had told me the day I left my 5,000 square foot on the 7th Green mini mansion that I was going to be so happy in a trailer park, I would have said, I hope you're right. But God changed everything for me and showed me what's really important. If you have all those things, sweetie, that's fabulous. That's fabulous. But for me, for us, he had a different plan. And I just want to always be willing to hear him out. I want to always give him the benefit of the doubt, knowing his character, that he has a better plan for me. So we were always burdened. We never really had enough to pull all that off. And now we live within our means, debt-free, except for a mortgage on the trailer. Because we had to rebuild it, you know. But anyways, I love you, I love you, I love you. I hope what you take today is, remember, sweeties, when things go wrong, sometimes really wrong, Don't get mad. Try to find a way to yield yourself to Him and watch Him carry you through it. And then watch Him give you the desires of your heart. Have a great week, sweeties. Please tell your friends. Love you.